Wrestling fans, we are coming to you live from the Showboat Pavilion here for more AWA Championship Wrestling. Ken Desnick here in the broadcast booth, along with me, Jesse the Body Ventura. Tonight we're bringing you the best of the AWA. All right, fans, we are back here live from the Showboat Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. When you want championship wrestling, this is where you come, and we're taking a look right now at the two men that will be taking on the Midnight Rockers. One half of the Destroyers, we have Destroyer number 2, and filling in for his partner, Lou Fabiano.
I understand that one of the Destroyers missed their flight and their connection. Now, how are we supposed to know if this is actually Destroyer number 1 or Destroyer number 2? They look exactly the same.
Well, that's what we were told, so that's what we're going to go with.
So Destroyer number 1's the one that missed his airplane, is that right?
That's what we were told.
How do we know it's not actually Lou Fabiano, or maybe he just lost his luggage? Maybe he doesn't have his mask.
Well, it's a possibility, but going based on what we've been told, and as far as I know, Destroyer number 1 missed the connecting flight. Here are the AWA World Tag Team Champions, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. Kicking us off this week on AWA Championship Wrestling, and fans, things are really starting to hit an all-time peak here in the AWA. Huge announcements coming up for a major wrestling event here in the AWA, and News about that will be coming forth in the next week or two. We can't say anything quite yet as they are still dotting the I's and crossing the T's, but it's going to be coming up and you won't want to miss this.
Yeah, well, I can tell you for a fact I'm already aware of what's going on, and it's going to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, wrestling event of all time.
Well, it's coming from a pretty good source right there, a guy who knows about big wrestling events.
Yeah, definitely been on a bunch of them.
Shawn Michaels right off the bat going on work on the Destroyer, and I guess tonight with his tag team partner being a little bit different than usual, we won't have to worry about Destroyer 1 and Destroyer 2, as there's only one Destroyer in the ring. Back elbow by Mike finds the mark right on the butt of the jaw.
Oh, we caught him with that one right there. Nice enziguri kick upside the back of the head by Shawn Michaels.
And this time the Destroyer catching the leg of Shawn Michaels and dragging him all the way out with that thing. It can dislocate a knee.
Yeah, definitely could pop an ACL out.
Fabiano now getting his first opportunity in the ring. Shawn Michaels with that flying forearm right to the head of Flu Fabiano. Now down across the shoulder, and Mr. Fabiano getting short notice that he was going to have a tag team partner. Originally, he was scheduled for singles competition later tonight. There's been some shuffling of the card.
Well, you know, we've had some pretty rough weather up north, and it's understandable that flights are going to be missed at times like this.
The rocket launcher, shoulder first, and Fabiano's down, and he could be out. Marty Jannetty goes for the cover. Fabiano able to come out the back door.
Give credit where credit is due right there. It was a very nice move by the Midnight Rockers. And I think Jannetty did the right thing by going for the move when he did, going for the pinfall rather, at the moment that he did. He didn't get him, but at the same time he made a message.
Here's that back elbow. This time, look at this. Fabiano stands up to it. Jannetty comes up the back, and now look at this. Float over. Neck breaker. And now Marty Jannetty going up. Fabiano's going to try and make the tag, and he does. Oh, Jannetty just dove from the top rope to the floor.
Well, I'm not sure if that was such a smart move on the part of Marty Jannetty, because that's not the legal man in the ring.
Well, the legal man in the ring right now is the Destroyer. Jannetty continuing to go to work on Lou Fabiano. Another nice move right there by Jannetty, right on the money.
Hey, the Rockers right now are doing a great job. And I'm not particularly a fan of these two guys, but I'll tell you, I give credit where credit. What was that?
Well, he doesn't appear to think very highly of the Destroyer. And now look at his shoulder first, and now Jannetty goes out to the floor, and Fabiano there waiting on him.
Well, you know what? He took liberties with Fabiano a moment ago, and now he's just looking for some payback, I think. Can't blame the man.
Oh, what a move! Super kick right to the face of Fabiano.
Yeah, but he turned his back on the Destroyer, and that's a mistake. This guy's one half of a pretty accomplished tag team. You don't want to be turning your back on him.
Now Jannetty comes over, makes the tag, and in comes Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels hits the ropes. There's that forearm, and he just drilled him with it. And now Michaels going all the way up to the top rope.
Oh, tremendous move right there. He's got his foot in the rope.
Foot is in the rope. Referee doesn't see it, and there's a kick out.
Wow, I'll tell you right now, that would have been a travesty of justice right there.
Tag is made. Here comes the double team. The Midnight Rockers work together like no other team out there. Look at that move right there. And Jannetty and Michaels with a double doozle. 2 count only.
I'm not sure if Fabiano made the save officially or not. I think Hennig saw what was coming and decided to let up on him.
Hennig once again going to work in the corner on the destroyer. Fabiano's been busted open. I didn't notice that.
No, I missed it too. I'm not sure when that happened. Might have been that super kick outside the ring might have done it to him.
Hennig with the roll up. He's got him and he's in the ropes.
Nice move right there, Hennig again with that back kick.
Well, the Midnight Rockers, they aren't the AWA Tag Team Champions by accident. These two men know how to get things done.
Well, they're very young, they're very quick, and there it is.
That's the double team right there. Hennig catching Fabiano, and somehow the Destroyer survives.
Yeah, the Destroyer managed to kick out of that one. I don't know how he did it.
Michaels now has got Destroyer number 2 up here.
Still not sure how we know that that's Destroyer number 2.
Sunset flip has him down for 2.
Once again the tag made, once again the double team, and here it comes.
Oh, a double super kick right there, and that's going to be it, I'm sure. 3 count, and there are your winners, the AWA Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Rockers.
Well, you know, give credit where credit is due, I suppose. Fabiano and the Destroyer, a makeshift team thrown together at the last minute, gave the Tag Team Champions probably a little bit more of a battle than anybody thought they were going to.
We take a look back at that double super kick right to the face. Here was that sunset flip. The opportunity looked like it was going to go the way of the Rockers here.
Well, that was the one that really got the job done. Hey, they're the Tag Team Champions until someone beats them, but I can think of a couple of teams out there that I think will beat them.
All right, fans, stick around. We've got plenty more coming your way. AWA Championship Wrestling. Stay with us. Fans, welcome back. More action here on the Nation Network. We're getting a look at Jake the Milkman Milliman as he makes his way to the ring.
Well, Jake the Milkman Milliman, I'll tell you right now, I give credit to this guy just for signing his name on the dotted line. when he saw who he'd be wrestling tonight, but he must be pretty hard up for money, I think.
Well, he's definitely going to have one of the toughest guys in the AWA to take on. That is Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Jimmy Snuka has recently reverted to some of his more wild ways. A little bit more difficult to control if you're an official, and we're not entirely sure what's going through the mind of Jimmy Snuka at this point in time, but Jake the Milkman Milliman signed the contract.
Might have signed his own death warrant, but you know what? I'm here to watch and call it like it is, and if he wants to go out there and sacrifice himself for the entertainment and enjoyment of others, who am I to say?
Well, let's not take away from Milkman. He's actually been around the block quite a few times, and he is an accomplished wrestler in his own right.
What's he accomplished? Most losses?
Well, he doesn't sport a great win-loss record.
Great win-loss? Show me one that he's won. I haven't seen it.
Meantime, Superfly Jimmy Snuka making his way up to the ring. And when you want to talk about a wild man, here you've got one. The original high flyer, Superfly Jimmy Snuka, he and Gravity are on, let's just say they're not on speaking terms.
Yeah, well, Superfly Jimmy Snuka spits in the face of Gravity. He'll go up as much as he wants, and he'll fly as far as he wants. Has done quite a bit of damage with those flying maneuvers.
Well, didn't exactly expect to see that one. Let's see how long that lasts. Oh, wait a minute. That's a little bit more what I was expecting out of Snuka in this one as he goes to work on Jake the Milkman Milliman.
Wow, really taking him down hard. Somebody better call his wife.
Snuka yanking that knee, almost jerking it out of its socket. Into the turnbuckle, and he bounces back out to the middle of the ring.
Here's the Superfly once again.
Milliman now with a back body drop, and he got away with that one. Let's see if he can actually build on it.
Maybe he'll try and headbutt him, see how good that works.
Uppercut by Jake the Milkman. He has stunned the Superfly.
Well, he didn't stun him that bad because there's a Northern Light suplex. So apparently the Superfly is still coherent enough.
Going to work all up and down Jake Milliman. Superfly Jimmy Snuka puts him out over the top rope to the floor. And now what's he going to do here? The Superfly hits the rope. Oh, he got caught.
Oh, wow. I'll tell you right now, I didn't see that one coming, not in a million years.
Neither did Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Now, the Milkman delivers.
How long did it take you to think that one up?
It just came to me now. Jake the Milkman Milliman catching the leg of Snuka. He's been busted open. Milliman's bleeding.
And the Superfly, I don't think he's going to be too happy with some of the liberties that Jake Milliman's been taking with him.
Superfly Jimmy Snuka, now what's he got in mind as he goes all the way up, and this is a bad place. Oh, the fist drop.
He caught him with that one.
Superfly Jimmy Snuka now setting him to the rope, leapfrog, back out front with a chop. With Superfly continuing the beating on Jake the Milkman Milliman. He's got him up. What's he going to do with him here?
free-fall power slam, and Jake the Milkman Milliman is in trouble.
Well, the fans definitely getting behind. Look at this, a stiff headbutt. Superfly going up to the top rope. Will this be all she wrote?
Yeah, I believe this is the beginning of the end right here.
Hooks the leg. It's 1, 2, and 3.
Textbook victory by the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. And I'll tell you, this is a guy who really understands how to pace a match. You saw right there, he got a couple of moments where he was taken off guard, but it never rattled him. He stayed in composure, and there is the move.
Look at that leap by Snuka. Nobody gets up from that one. Snuka backing down the referee, saying, I don't think so.
Oh, wait a minute. What's he going to do here? Snuka's not finished yet. I love it.
Look at the blood coming out of the head of Jake Milliman. Snuka, what is he doing with him? Plants him on the floor. Snuka going up. No way.
Oh, he's going to do it to him on the floor.
We're going to need medical assistance for Jake Milliman. That might be the end of Jake Milliman.
Well, look at the blood pouring. Superfly Jimmy Snuka just delivered it.
All right, fans, we are back here for more AWA Championship Wrestling, and joining us in the ring, he is the reigning AWA America's Champion, Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, Sergeant Slaughter's been on a high ever since taking the title back from Chump Hogan. Stand at attention when I'm in the ring. Now, for all the maggots out there from countries near and far who think they're going to come here and take the United States Championship away from Sergeant Slaughter, I have a message for you. You're going to meet the most unbelievable level of shock and awe that you've ever seen anywhere before. Right now, I have my eyes set on you, Allied forces. Baron Raschke, Boris Zukov, Shaitan. You all think you're going to come after Slaughter and the America's title, but it's not going to happen. Because I am forming my own army, and soon I will be bringing forth the all-new Cobra Corps. And when the Cobra Corps goes head-to-head with your allied forces, you will go down in defeat, and there will be no choice, because that's an order.
Sergeant Slaughter talking about the Cobra Corps.
Well, I'm, for one, going to be very interested to see who he's bringing forth for this Cobra Corps.
All right, wrestling fans, welcome back. We are live from the Showboat Pavilion, Las Vegas. World famous Showboat Arena, and get ready. We are going to be taking a look at the Allied forces right here.
Sheik Adnan Al-Kaisi leading the way for his troops.
Well, we heard Sergeant Slaughter just moments ago saying he knows these men are after him in the America's title, but he doesn't care because he's got soon to be the Cobra Corps coming to the AWA. Now the question is, who will be the other members of the Cobra Corps?
Well, I'm personally very interested to find out myself. But knowing Sergeant Slaughter, I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve.
Baron von Raschke in the ring, along with Boris Zukov. Only one of them will actually be competing in the ring, but that doesn't mean they won't both be involved in the match.
Well, why do you want to go and presume something that hasn't even happened yet? Do you really think that Baron von Raschke needs any help over here with a guy like El Fuego?
Well, does he need help? No, but does that mean he won't go and take it? Big backbreaker right there by Baron von Raschke. Sends him into the turnbuckle now. Let's see what the Baron's got in mind.
From the middle rope, once again. Oh, drove him head first right into the mat.
Von Raschke with this Fuego boot making a knee to the midsection. And this beating continues right here. It's been a heck of a night of championship wrestling here at the AWA on the Nation Network. We thank all of you for joining us, for your continued support.
Look at that, Raschke just throws him to the mat like he was a child.
Irish whip again, and now Von Raschke, they did two men meet head to head. Von Raschke never budged. Backs him all the way up into the ropes, and now back body dropping Baron. Von Raschke catches the top rope. Rake in the eyes of El Fuego across the top rope. He's been blinded.
What was El Fuego thinking, trying to rile up the fans while Von Raschke, excuse me, is walking into the ring?
Well, now it is the Baron that is taunting El Fuego. Got him in a sleeper hold right now, locked up in the middle of the ring.
El Fuego able to get out of that, but just barely. Flying head scissor, nicely done. Look at that.
Oh, Baron Von Raschke decides to step out for a moment after that head scissor.
El Fuego better watch out because he's in a bad part of town.
Baron Von Raschke from the middle rope. What's he going to do? Elbow right into the head. Now Baron Von Raschke removing the turnbuckle pad.
Well, nothing good's going to come from this, especially if you're El Fuego.
Chest first into the exposed turnbuckle. And now Baron Von Raschke, what's he going to do with him? Oh, look at this. He held him too long, and El Fuego out the back door. I think he was going to... Looked like he was going to spear him into that exposed steel ring.
Well, he still might because he's got the advantage once again.
Von Raschke could not hold him up. Something wrong with his back? It appears he hurt his back.
I'm not sure. Maybe when he took that fall outside the ring, I never saw it happen.
And again, Von Raschke going back outside. And the Baron once again with a big backbreaker on El Fuego. Oh, there it is. The claw hold is on. Nobody gets up from this.
Certainly not El Fuego.
That's it. Referee's going to call for the bell. It's over. Baron Von Raschke, the Claw Master, victorious.
Well, Baron Von Raschke is victorious. We'll have to see how badly he's injured, though. Oh, wait a minute. I think maybe he's not so badly injured after all.
Von Raschke coming back and now putting the boots to El Fuego.
Also sending a message perhaps to Sergeant Slaughter.
Fans will be back with more right after this. All right, we are back, and we are now being joined by the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Bockwinkel.
Well, you know what, as the World Heavyweight Champion goes, he's had a very, very busy schedule, and he's managed to defend that title successfully ever since taking it away from Rick Martel.
First thing I want to say to all of you people out there is, I am your AWA World Champion, and as such, I expect a level of respect to be shown to me. You should stand on your feet when I walk down the aisle and when I step into the ring. Now, I understand that the things being said against me aren't coming strictly from you people here. I expect it from Poblivians like you, because you'll never be what I am. And that is a thorn in your side that I will continue to turn. But I have sat back and I have listened and I have heard people calling out the champion, people who think they're worthy of an opportunity at the AWA World Championship. People like Hulk Hogan. And he knows he's not in my league. Well, wait a minute. It looks like Hulk Hogan is going to take him up on the invitation.
I didn't hear an invitation. He was just making a point. And I think it was a good point. Who is Hulk Hogan? He just lost to Sergeant Slaughter. He just lost the title. How does he get an opportunity at the world title? That's not the way it works.
Well, Hulk Hogan has been very successful. He's taken on all comers. He was the America's champion.
Was that? Last time I checked, was the past tense.
Let me tell you something, brother. Nick Bockwinkel, you come out here and you turn around to all these people that are supposed to stand for you. They're supposed to cheer for you. Well, let me tell you, nobody respects you. Nobody respects the way you stole the title from Rick Martel, brother. Especially not me.
You dare step into the ring, into my ring, while this is my time. Are you out of your mind? And you think you're worthy of a championship match? You don't conduct yourself like a champion. You don't walk like a champion. You don't talk like a champion. You don't behave like a champion.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, brother. What I do is I win. And I beat people up for a living. And I'll tell you, given the opportunity, one-on-one, Hulkamania will run wild on you, brother. Given the opportunity, you'll be looking at the new AWA Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I'm not so sure you're worthy of the opportunity. See, there are a lot of names out there, people who I respect, people who I think should get a shot at the AWA World title, but I'm afraid to tell you, your name isn't on that list.
Yeah, just as I thought, man. You're going to run and hide. You don't want to stand eye to eye and nose to nose with the greatest force in the world, the 24-inch pythons of Hulkamania. Because you know, brother, what's going to happen when that moment comes, when the bell rings, and you got nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
I know all these fans are behind you, but that doesn't impress me. Because I don't care what they think. I don't care what you think. All I care about is that I am and will remain the AWA Heavyweight Champion. And you aren't getting a shot. Oh, wait just a minute. Hulk Hogan just took his liberties with the champion, Nick Bockwinkel, and now look at this, throwing him.
What the heck is that? The AWA champion, it was his turn. He came out here. He had something on his mind that he wanted to say. And now Hulk Hogan, what is this?
Big clothesline, and Hogan leaves the champion down. We'll be back. All right, fans, we are back here live from the Showboat Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. We just saw an unbelievable clash between Nick Bockwinkel and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, well, I got something to say about that. How dare Hulk Hogan come out? First off, this was Nick Bockwinkel's interview time, and that was his opportunity to address some issues. Hogan had no business coming down there and getting involved in that match.
Well, it wasn't a match, it was a promo, and at that point in time, Nick Bockwinkel was starting to call Hogan out, and Hogan was just responding.
Yeah, well, last time I checked, when people come after you with words, you can respond with words. Hogan had to resort to physicality. Wait till you see, that's how he's got to try and get himself a title match, because he knows he can't earn one.
Well, speaking of title matches, that's what we've got right here tonight. Curt Hennig going to have another title defense for the AWA Television Championship, and he'll be going up against this man right here, Big Scott Hall.
These guys know each other pretty well, so this ought to be an interesting match. But I'm still not over Chump Hogan and what he done pulled here tonight.
All right, Big Scott Hall, he is going to be going up against this man right here. Curt Hennig, he is the AWA Television Champion.
Well, he won that matchup. It was a battle royal. It was a tremendous match.
Indeed it was. Came down to Hennig. Wait a minute, they're not going to wait. Scott Hall coming after Hennig in the aisle.
Wow, I'll tell you right now, I'm a little surprised to see Big Scott Hall taking the fight to Hennig. As far as I know, these two guys didn't have any problem up till now.
Hennig's in the ring now, and he's ready to go. He's waiting on Scott Hall. Flying drop kick, and down goes Big Scott Hall.
I'll be very curious to know what's going on with this one, because again, Scott Hall, that's a little bit out of his character.
Well, Curt Hennig, since winning that television title, seems to have developed a little bit more of a nasty side to his personality, and we saw last time out where he defended that title, and a little bit of brutality involved in that match, and rubbing salt in the wounds. Perhaps Scott Hall just not happy with the new version of Curt Hennig.
Well, he might not be happy with the new version of him, but he better figure out how to deal with it, because if he doesn't, he's going to be on the losing end of this one very quickly.
Goes for the scoop slam. Couldn't hold on, and Hennig drove him head first into the mat. Fans, we understand that next week we should have information about the next supercard of wrestling here in the AWA. You won't want to miss out on that. Now Big Scott Hall going up to the middle rope, getting the fans riled up, and let's see if that's enough to help him. But he took some moments away from the action in the match, and now he may be paying the price.
No, he is paying the price right now, because you don't do that with a guy like Curt Hennig.
Sunset flip from the middle rope. He's got the shoulders down. Will it be enough?
A little bit early, otherwise I think he would have pinned him with that.
Now Hennig, snapmare takes him over. Caught him.
He certainly did. Wrenching that neck.
Whoa, he went for the axe. Nobody home. Big Scott Hall, power slam. And now Scott Hall's got him, and now Hennig's in trouble. Hangs him across the top rope, slingshots him to the middle of the ring.
Well, Hennig right now is going to have to figure something out quickly, because if he doesn't, it may be over.
Now Scott Hall taking him down, and he's got that rear chin lock cinched in on Curt Hennig.
Now the champion working his way back up to a vertical base. Big elbow right to the midsection, and another one. And that's what you gotta do to break down of a hold like that.
These two men very evenly matched. Look at Scott Hall going to the eyes of Curt Hennig. What is going on here?
I've got a funny feeling there is something we're not aware of that took place here.
Powerbomb into the buckle, and Curt Hennig in trouble.
We might be looking at a new television champion if he can keep this up.
Hennig. The suplex has it. 1, 2, 3. No.
He managed to kick out of that move, and that's not easy to do.
Went for the drop kick, nobody home. Belly to belly plants him, and now Big Scott Hall with the advantage here. Oh, Hennig turned it.
He reversed that move right there.
Tremendous knee lift. Scott Hall continues to fight back.
Russian leg sweep right in the middle of the ring, and Scott Hall gonna try and steal one right here.
Oh, 1.5 count, and Hennig is shaking it off.
Well, he's trying to. I'm not sure he's been able to.
Knee. Backbreaker across the knee, and now Scott Hall taking over. Wrestling fans, this could be a big match right here. This could be a title change.
Full Nelson slam right in the middle of the ring, and Hennig's hurt. He's hurt.
I believe Curt Hennig is hurt. Scott Hall was going for it again. Hennig with a small package has him. Will it be enough too?
Oh, near fall right there.
Hennig one more time. Again, snapping that neck. Scott Hall is down. Hennig's on the middle rope. What's he going to do here? Big elbow drop finds the mark.
Oh, he's got that cradle suplex. Right there it is. And he's got the hands clasped. That might be all she wrote.
It is! That was a close call for Curt Hennig, but he's able to hang on. We look back on moments from this one, which started before the bell ever rang. Curt Hennig reversed that one just in a nick of time. Tremendous knee lift.
Well, here it is again, going for that choke slam. Look at him. His eyes rolled for just a moment from the impact of that one.
There is your winner. He is still the AWA television champion, Curt Hennig. Fans, we want to thank you all for joining us here tonight. We invite you to come back for the next time for the AWA here on the Nation Network. For Jesse Damani, Ken Resnick saying so long, everyone.